Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. I want to thank you immensely for being here, for your presence, your likes, and your beautiful comments. Scorpio, you are the master of your future and the one who builds it. Take what you want to manifest to the universe or what you feel is meant for you, and let the rest pass. This is a general reading that you can watch whenever you wish, and if you want, you can complement it with your rising or moon sign, as you prefer. We will channel and receive messages from your guides, masters, or ancestors, depending on what you are manifesting, thinking, or feeling. Scorpio, the first card you have is the Ten of Cups. Let's see what else we have here. In the present, you have the Emperor card, and for the future in this situation, you have the Page of Cups. Scorpio, the Page of Cups is quite connected to you, due to the water element. I see with this that in the coming hours, you will be connecting with an activity you identified with. You might have more time to practice some spiritual activity, or in other cases, some artistic activity. It could also be something related to the study of the mind, like psychology. If these kinds of topics interest you, the paranormal world is also closely linked to the spiritual world in one way or another. You might be learning more about this or have more time to engage in such practices. Water signs like yours, Scorpio, flow quite well with these kinds of themes. So I see that something related to this topic that interests you will be developed much more. You might also experience more development of your spiritual gifts. This reading emphasizes that or talks about this topic for the future. It's possible that you will discover you have a spiritual gift, or in other cases, you will be confirming it based on your intuitions. These other cards also show that you might realize that a child also has certain talents or gifts, whether artistic or spiritual. Most commonly, children have artistic gifts. I see with this that a child might do very well in an activity of this kind. In other cases, if you don't have children, it could be grandchildren, nieces, or nephews, but you will notice that a young person in your family also has certain talents that you have and might have inherited them from you. Or in other cases, you greatly influence them by your example. Something you do might inspire a younger family member to ask you to teach them or follow in your footsteps out of admiration. I see that your example is more important than you realize, and the cards are urging you to become aware of this. I also see you receiving some kind of positive surprise. The Page of Cups is a surprising card traditionally associated with social surprises. For example, someone might behave better towards you than you expect. In other cases, a neighbor might do you a favor or bring you a gift. In other scenarios, a study or work colleague might help you unexpectedly. There is a social surprise that will please and benefit you, something that breaks the mold. We often have surprises from people we somewhat expect, like family members, but in this case, someone you least expect might do something nice for you, give you a gift, congratulate you, or help you in some way in the coming hours. At the bottom of the deck, you have Death as your friendly arcana. Logically, Scorpio, Death is your traditional arcana for life, and here you have it as a friend. Death is a good ally because it is a strong energy and also unpredictable. Death can make us suffer a lot, such as the physical loss of someone or the end of a business. However, you have this energy as a friend, which means something you want to end will end. The cards are saying that something at a spiritual level that you want to end is also destined to end, not just because it's your desire but because higher forces want it to end. It's the final point of a circumstance that will favor you greatly. Let's draw more cards, Scorpio, to see what other things we have. Since Death represents you so much, you might have great chemistry with other people of your sign, whether Scorpio Sun or Ascendant. They might accompany you, reappear, and be your allies in everything you direct. The Emperor in the middle shows that you have a big influence on others, and your actions bring consequences. You might find other people of your sign following you. Let's draw more cards for Scorpio. You have the Growth card with a big tree. This extra card shows that if something work-related ends, like a contract, it won't stop your growth. The Emperor is also related to the business world, one of its classic meanings. This card indicates something very personal to you, and no endings will make you leave an important initiative. Let's draw two more cards to see what other themes appear. Something botanical or plant-related might come up positively. You might be gifted a plant, learn something about green magic, or spend time gardening. If it's your profession, a client might pay well. The Three of Wands shows progress and destiny for personal project growth. Even simple initiatives are personal projects. And I see that you have an active project, and it's going to keep growing. I see that in the coming days, you will continue working on it. There is a dynamic where you keep adding more and more to it, and so far, it looks very good. You are also becoming aware of the magnitude of what you do. Sometimes we get so used to routine activities that we don't realize the importance or the significant impact they have on the lives of others. You may have an experience, Scorpio, that allows you to understand that thanks to you, many other people can develop or achieve their goals. For example, if you have children, which I see strongly here, with the Page of Cups, as I mentioned, thanks to you, your children reach their objectives. It's very likely you will become aware of this. In other cases, if you don't have children but still help others, you'll realize that people truly depend on you in different aspects, not just financially but also mentally and psychically. You have a lot of power and give a lot of power to others. You have the Six of Cups, which also speaks of this kind of energy. This is very good. Additionally, the Six of Cups is one of your minor arcana, Scorpio. There are circumstances you have been creating for some weeks now. This card often speaks of the past, so I see that a matter from the past will keep progressing and growing. As I mentioned, there is something already developing to expand, which is very good. You have all cards indicating expansion. There are no cards suggesting you will abruptly cut off something or jump into a new project. Instead, it seems that certain obstacles will be removed, allowing progress. I don't see you making drastic or risky changes in the next 48 hours. What I see is that you update or improve what you have, or you act on what you planned or decided in previous days. Your reading speaks of taking action. You will be acting rather than overthinking. If another circumstance arises, Scorpio, that requires you to make decisions, the cards show that you won't be easily distracted. You will act in the most practical way possible. Mentally, you are very strong. The appearance of the lion indicates you have faced harsh criticism in the past. You have dealt with difficult people who are never satisfied, no matter what. You are realizing that you cannot operate solely based on. You also have your own desires. This realization has given you impressive strength, making you mentally dominant and able to empower others. Emotionally, good things are happening for you, especially in the romantic aspect. If you are dating someone or have a partner, positive things will happen. Your partner might act very romantically, sweetly, and playfully. If you are single, you might meet someone new who is very sweet, and if you like this kind of person, it will be someone who attracts you. The Seven of Pentacles shows that you are destined for personal project growth. Every person has a personal project, even if it's something simple like a house or neighborhood initiative. This reading shows progress in those areas. Scorpio, there is someone close to you who might soon receive money they have been waiting for. This person is important to you financially or helps share expenses, relieving your burdens. They have been feeling stuck, but this side complete, indicated by the World card. It suggests a significant circumstance coming to completion.